You guys, do you remember all that talk about the Tesla killers? The big boys are coming for you, Tesla. Hope you're ready. Yeah, turns out that was a bunch of bull. But we're bringing it back, you guys. The killers are back. And this time, they're going after Nikola, a company that appears much more vulnerable than Tesla. On this episode, we're looking at the newest Nikola Killer, the emerging IPO company called Hyliion, and discussing why it may be Nikola's worst nightmare. I recommend sticking around to the end of the video, where I'll detail how my Nikola projections paint a very grim picture for profitability. Then I'll give my opinion on Nikola's chances of survival. But first, quick reminder, click that thumbs up button and consider subscribing. Okay, so let's look at the stats of Hyliion's Hypertruck ERX side by side with Nikola's hydrogen trucks and speculate on how damaging Hyliion's Hypertruck ERX could be to Nikola's hydrogen trucking plans. Both products are vying to be the dominant player in the long-range trucking space. Hyliion's Hypertruck ERX comes to market in 2021, while you'll have to wait until 2023 to purchase Nikola's hydrogen trucks. So right away, Hyliion will grab the first mover advantage, along with long-range trucking market share. If Hyliion's truck turned out to be as good as advertised, that would be a 2-year head start to build a loyal customer base. Then there's the specs. The Hypertruck ERX outperforms Nikola with respect to range, payload capacity, 0 to 60 acceleration, while matching Nikola trucks when it comes to refueling time. Next, we have cost of ownership, which Hyliion's Hypertruck ERX happens to be lower than Nikola when it comes to initial purchase price and drastically lower, I'm talking more than twice as low, when it comes to a 7-year total cost of ownership. And, quick teaser, Nikola's true cost of ownership will almost certainly be way higher than the $637,000 figure that Nikola claims. But I'll get to this later in the video. Oh, and Hyliion customers actually own their trucks after the 7 years. Nikola's lease bundles are just that, leases for 7 years. After 7 years, guess what? Lease is up, no more truck. If that's not enough, Hyliion's environmental impact is also significantly better than Nikola's. The Hypertruck ERX runs off of renewable natural gas. Renewable natural gas captures methane gas coming off of landfills and dairy farms, instead of just letting it gas off into the environment. Using this as fuel is actually a net carbon negative, which is very impressive. On the other hand, fully electric trucks can theoretically only get you to about a net zero carbon profile, assuming it is running 100% off of renewable energy. But Nikola will likely have to use power from the grid to produce its hydrogen, so its trucks will be carbon polluters. What does Nikola have going for it? Well, Trevor Milton is very charismatic and appears to be quite talented when it comes to marketing and branding. Oh, and in my opinion, Nikola's trucks look way cooler. So I want you guys to do me a favor. Imagine you are the owner of a fleet of trucks. You make a living by helping businesses haul their products from point A to point B, and your margins are tight because you have to compete with a number of other trucking companies to win trucking contracts. Now, Mr. or Mrs. Truck Owner, which product would you rather buy? A cheaper truck that will save you hundreds of thousands of dollars over the life of the vehicle, gets better range, has more cargo capacity, and faster acceleration, one you will actually own so you can use it for more than 7 years, is net carbon negative, and comes out next year? Or a truck that looks cooler and is marketed better? Let me know in the comments below which truck would you add to your fleet, and please also note how tough of a choice was it, how long did it take you to decide? I don't know about you, but there is no freaking way I'm buying that second truck. Like what? You gotta be joking me. Nikola better have the Elon Musk or Oprah Winfrey of marketing departments just to drum up sales with those stats. I'm sure the Nikola One is an awesome truck. It looks sweet and hydrogen fuel cells sound futuristic. But if my company's purchasing department went with that second option and left millions of dollars on the table every year, I might have to fire all of them. But seriously, let me know if there is some gaping item I'm missing here. And it gets worse. Check out this slide from Nikola's investor presentation, which shows how they plan to generate profit from their hydrogen trucks. As you can see, from a $665,000 sales price, assuming everything goes according to plan, they project vehicle profits of almost $200,000. Not bad, right? Well, here's the issue. They project the cost of hydrogen to be $2.47 per kilogram. Unfortunately, this is nowhere near the cost of hydrogen today. Heck, it's nowhere near the projected cost of hydrogen in 2030, according to the Hydrogen Council, which is made up of very optimistic hydrogen CEOs. So what happens to Nikola's profits if we use today's numbers? Well, I've recreated Nikola's slide, but substituted the actual cost of hydrogen, and it's not pretty. At 2020 cost of $10.40 per kilogram of liquid hydrogen, I project Nikola to lose over $540,000 per lease. Ouch. What about at the projected 2030 cost of $4.50 per kilogram of liquid hydrogen? Nikola finally ekes out a profit on their truck of just $10,000, representing an embarrassing 2% gross margin. And keep in mind, my projections don't even take into general and administrative and other costs of running the business. So how did Nikola come up with this $2.47 figure for the cost of hydrogen? And at what point in time do they expect to achieve it? Will it be 2035, 2040, 2050? Was $2.47 simply a plug number to get the equation to arrive at an industry expected 30% gross margin? Let me know what you guys think in those comments below. Quick reminder to smash that thumbs up button to help support this channel and all the research work I put into these videos. Oh, and we invite you to subscribe to this channel to follow along in our discussion of Hyliion, Nikola, Tesla, and other great clean energy companies going forward. Okay, back to it. My opinion. It seems pretty clear that stiff competition is coming for Nikola, who could struggle to achieve profitability for the foreseeable future. These killers appear to be a serious threat. But at this point, the threat that is Hyliion is just numbers on a paper and an impressive investor presentation deck. Yeah, Hyliion is technically already producing the hybrid solution, but I'd like to see the trucking industry begin to widely adopt Hyliion's products. Show me that Hyliion's Hypertruck ERX is a quality truck that achieves the superior specs that it is boasting. Until then, Nikola remains on an even playing field as another truck company presentation deck champion. Hopefully, neither company suffers from serious manufacturing issues or experiences production hell the same way Tesla did. However, if Hyliion does significantly hurt demand for Nikola's trucks, it could get ugly. Less hydrogen trucks on the road could in turn slow the expansion of the hydrogen fuel station network, which in turn could again negatively impact demand for more hydrogen fuel trucks. But at least Nikola has battery electric vehicle trucks also, so Nikola should be alright in the short-range trucking market even if the long-range hydrogen trucks flop, right? I'm not so sure anymore. Is it just me, or did Nikola actually piss off Tesla this June, and this might come back to haunt them? During June, Trevor gave one little interview in which he made a humble brag implying that Nikola was going to one-up Tesla. The next thing you know, Tesla is all in on the Tesla Semi just 2 days later. Unbelievable. We wish Nikola the best of luck in its efforts to compete with the motivated, vertically integrated, battery electric vehicle juggernaut that is Tesla. But it's not all doom and gloom. Sorry, killers. Nikola has a few saving graces. First, Nikola is rocking a massive market cap at this point in time, especially when compared to its operating expenses. Just a little equity raise and dilution here and there at prices like this, and Nikola would have more than enough capital to survive and continue their quest to bring down the cost of hydrogen for many, many years. After all, Nikola may just need to buy enough time to bring down the cost of hydrogen so that its products become more competitive. Second, the clean trucking market is likely large enough to support multiple players. I'd expect demand for electric trucks to exceed Tesla's and Hyliion's supply, at least for the next few years while companies ramp, so Nikola should be able to find some customers. Third, if worse came to worse, Nikola could always pivot its business model and delay the hydrogen trucks, if needed, and adopt a more Hyliion-like solution. Like I said, Nikola's massive market cap should allow it to raise plenty of capital, and as a newer company, they just aren't burdened by any massive expenses like pensions or a large headcount. This should allow Nikola to be flexible and nimbly tweak their business model as needed. Ultimately, Over the long term, when hydrogen fuel cell costs come down enough, Nikola's business model seems like it would eventually gain the upper hand. So the questions become, how far off is this? 5 years? 10 years? 20 years? 30 years? How long will Nikola be able to survive in the meantime? And just how diluted will its shareholders become? If you're interested in learning more about Hyliion's products and the upcoming IPO, check out our video called Hyliion Stock IPO, the next Nikola IPO, Company and IPO Analysis. We put a lot of research work into that video and published it just 3 days after the IPO was announced. We also put out a similar Nikola video prior to its IPO. Let me know in that comment section, do you think Hyliion is a Nikola killer? Will Nikola be able to survive long enough for hydrogen technology to become economically competitive? If so, is Nikola a company worth investing in now? Or is it better to wait for a better entry point at some time over the next decade? I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.